Whenever I bring a new tool onto the channel, it is because I genuinely use it and love it for my own workflow. I refuse to do promos for random beta toys that don't actually make my life easier or solve a real problem. Today, I want to show you exactly how I have been using Vizard to turn my long recordings into snackable clips. A few weeks ago, I started experimenting with this for my long-form content, and it has honestly been a total game changer. I had a 2-hour coaching session over Zoom, but the lighting was a bit weird and the video quality was just okay. Despite that, I uploaded the raw file directly to Vizard and let the artificial intelligence do all of the heavy lifting. I didn't mark a single cut or give it a script, I just let it analyze the video on its own. In just a few minutes, it spit out a stack of bite-sized clips that were perfectly framed on faces. The captions were tight and actually matched the speech, and that was the moment I realized this tool was truly useful. What I love is how it keeps everything looking native instead of slapping a one-size-fits-all template on top. Some apps force awkward box templates that scream that you used a tool, but Vizard avoids that entirely. It crops smartly, zooms in on the speaker's face when it matters, and respects the moment so the cut feels natural. If you want to add your own style, you can easily use templates, caption styles, and brand colors. It stays perfectly on brand without looking tacky or forced, which is exactly what I need. One of the things that sold me is that Vizard doesn't just guess where the highlights are located. It actually scores and prioritizes clips that have a higher viral potential for social platforms. It uses a robust model to surface the bits that are likely to perform well as shorts or reels. It even auto-generates the captions, a video description, and suggested hashtags for you automatically. I got clips that came with ready-made descriptions and hashtag packs that I could use immediately. It saved me hours of thinking about copy and metadata, which is huge for my weekly output. Editing a clip is also super easy if you need to make a few minor adjustments. There was one clip where I rambled a bit too long, which is a classic me move. With Vizard, I just hit edit, drag the end to where the idea wraps up, and the captions reflowed automatically. The UI adjusts the timing and resets the clip so it stays tight and watchable without any headache. No frame-by-frame trimming is required, which is a small refinement that helps me produce more content without burning out. They have got AI-powered hooks and suggestions, plus options for stock B-roll and background music. I haven't used all of them yet, but knowing the tools are there makes me feel comfortable scaling up. Right now, I am letting Vizard do the heavy lifting on clipping so I can focus on making the long-form content. The tool basically farms out the tedious short-form work for me, which is a massive win. Another huge win for my workflow is the scheduling and content calendar integration. Vizard has an auto-schedule feature where you tell it how often to post, and it queues them up across channels. Want one short from Monday's interview, another from Tuesday's webinar, and more spread across the week? You set the frequency and it takes care of the rest, keeping your content flow consistent. The calendar view lets you see everything laid out, move posts around, or change thumbnails in seconds. This centralized workflow saved me from manually downloading files and juggling CSVs of post times. When you hit publish, it shows you all the platforms you have linked, like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can toggle channels on and off, choose your account, and even download a high-def archive copy. The auto-generated caption it suggested for one of my clips was actually pretty solid and social-ready. I honestly just hit publish because it was already snappy and optimized for search. Look, I'll be honest, there are other apps out there doing similar things, like Opus Clips. Those tools are great at quick conversions, but sometimes the templates feel limited or rigid. Some competitors lack control over scheduling across accounts or get expensive when you try to scale. Vizard strikes a better balance with powerful editing, a real content calendar, and consistent scheduling. It works perfectly for creators who are posting frequently and need a reliable automated system. I don't want to overhype this because Vizard isn't perfect and the AI isn't always right about what goes viral. You still need a human eye to fine-tune the tone and the context of the final output. However, compared to doing everything manually or paying a manager to chop up your video, this is a massive time saver. Unlike platforms that charge per export, Vizard's workflow is designed for creators who produce a lot of content. Here is the simple workflow that I have been using to get the most out of my recording sessions. First, I record a long session, like an interview, a coaching call, or a webinar. Next, I upload it to Vizard and let the system auto-detect all the highlights for me. Then, I scan the suggestions, adjust the endpoints, pick my thumbnails, and tweak the captions. Fourth, I use the auto-schedule feature to lay out a month's worth of shorts or publish immediately. Finally, I link the short back to the original long-form video so viewers can find the deeper content. That little funnel is gold because Shorts attract new viewers who click through to watch your longer pieces. Shorts are often discovery first, so someone who has never heard of me can find my channel through a clip. Once that short teasers them, you have opened the door for them to become a dedicated follower. Even if short form doesn't pay the bills directly, it is a huge investment in your audience discovery. Practical tip: if you see a clip start doing well, you can try recreating the concept to double down on it. Vizard makes cloning and rescheduling easy, so you can test which hook or thumbnail works best. One more thing I love is that the thumbnails are smart enough that I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. Instead of spending an hour on copy and thumbnails, I'm spending 5 minutes to approve and post. Vizard has helped me get so much more out of every single long session I record. It automated the boring parts, the clipping, the captioning, and the scheduling, so I can focus on creating. If you are producing lots of long-form content, it is definitely worth giving this a try. I will drop a link in the description so you can check it out without any pressure. Try it on a single recording and see how much value it can pull out for you automatically. If you want help setting up your templates or a posting cadence that won't burn you out, join my coaching program. I am Luri Balon. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one.